All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing from Chicagoland. Up front will be James Tiernan and James Harris, Tyler Meeks, and DP Riggins on the second row. Stephen Gibson, Carlos Thiel have the third. Harley Barletta and Steven Shepard on the fourth row. Noah Tillis and Kyle Holden rounding out your top 10. Andrew Thornton and Wade Fields starting in 11th and 12th. William Mann Jr. in 13th. Skylar Brown starting in 14th. Edmund Jones 15th. Jeremy Barber in 16th. Patrick Jitner in 17th. James Efaw in 18th. Russell Worth starts 19th. And Donovan Johnston in 20th. Kevin's making googly eyes at DP Riggins. I'm a little worried there. And Paige cheering on Noah Tillis. Even if you do not live in the Texarkana area, make sure you check out Subbies. Check out their website. Check out their Facebook page, Subbies Deli. Make sure you tell them that you saw them here on How to Suck at iRacing with the broadcast of the 3-Wide Gen 4 League. Thank them profusely, and if you get the chance to go to Texarkana, make sure you swing by, have lunch, have dinner. Subbies Bar and Grill. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring this series. Nakia cheering on Andrew. I do think he said if he wins, he's getting you a dog. Philip, definitely so, buddy. One pace lap, then 80 laps of racing. They will have to make a stop for fuel. These cars are loose. That back end wants to slide all over the place. James Harris said he figured out something earlier today, and there was no way he's letting Kyle Holden win 3 in a row here. This could definitely be an interesting race here tonight. Kevin confirming, Nakia, that Andrew said he was going to buy you a dog if he wins. Here we go. Pace car dropping in. James Tiernan out front. Barney the flag man gets ready. Green flag back in the air. This field continues to grow every week. 18 cars started on track. 2 of them coming off pit road right now. 20 car field here to holy cow, it's getting dicey down the backstretch. Tiernan out front very quickly. Noah Tillis already up a couple of spots. Wade Fields also up a couple of spots. William Mann Jr. starting to move forward. Edmund Jones up a spot. James Harris looking low through 3 and 4 to take the lead here. Tyler Meeks dropping all the way to the apron, gets a little slide there, but closes right up to the leaders. DP Riggins side by side with Noah Tillis. Tillis has the advantage on the high side off 2. DP fighting back on the inside while they're battling. Harley Barletta is closing in. A lot of drivers taking the risk, going to the apron early. Oh, Tills, I'm so sorry. It's Noah Tills, my mistake. Some of these names are new. My apologies for any mispronunciation. I know I got a few of them wrong the last couple of weeks. I have been trying to get them right, but James Tiernan in the lead. James Harris in second. Meeks in third. Shepard in fourth. Noah Tills in fifth. Skylar Brown in the 10 car up 6 spots in the 8th. Stephen Gibson, who we saw win at Daytona just a few moments ago, now in 9th. Kyle Holden, who won the first 2 races of the season, in 10th. Meanwhile, both Jameses continue to lead as Tiernan has started to pull a bit of a gap on Harris. Carlos Thiel and Donovan Johnston out on track. Donovan, problems. Heavy damage on the right side of that car. Donovan's paint also not loading. Well, I am here to entertain, Hannah. Tyler Meeks goes to the bottom for second place. Here comes Steven Shepard and Noah Tills. They almost get 4 wide off turn 2 down the back. DP Riggins now up in the mix. Harley Barletta 6/10 of a second behind, trying to close that gap as well. James Harris still holding on to second, but Meeks all over, has a big run out of 2. Oh, Steven Shepard gets the wall. Headed into turn 3. That wall, that curve in the backstretch wall definitely will come out and bite you. DP and Noah closing back up in. Noah looks down to the bottom. These two have been side by side battling almost since the drop of the green. As Tyler Meeks finally gets by, James Harris goes to second. Donovan appears to be back up to speed now. No idea why his paint isn't loading, but the solid white car is Donovan Johnston. Currently a lap down. Carlos Thiel also at the tail end of the lead lap, hoping for a caution. And James Tiernan, the last thing he wants is a caution. He came in tonight second in points behind Kyle Holden. Currently with a almost 2-second lead over James Harris. Kyle Holden, meanwhile, has faded back to 11th. As William Mann Jr. now up 3 spots into the top 10. And the battle is heating up again as Noah Tills and DP Riggins, while they battle, make their way forward. Noah now in 3rd, DP in 4th, Tyler Meeks back to 5th. Skylar Brown, Harley Barletta continue to close in. We saw Skylar kiss the wall down the back straightaway earlier. Does not seem to have affected his car at all. Stephen Gibson started in 5th, has faded back into 8th. Now William Mann Jr. in 9th is closing. Kyle Holden has gotten back to 10th as Steven Shepard is fading. These cars have so much power, you have to be very careful not to burn up the tires. Tiernan continuing to extend his lead, or actually is losing a little ground now. He was 2 seconds out front, now 1.4 seconds. James Harris is gaining on him. Noah Tills also closing in. Tyler Meeks back to 4th. DP holding on to 5th. This is DP's first run in this league. One of the newcomers here tonight. DP looks down to the bottom, trying to reclaim 4th. Skylar Brown up 8 spots now into 6th place. Skylar just quietly marching his way toward the front. Skylar actually has the highest top speed of the night so far at 202 miles an hour. James Tiernan continues to lead. Harris still trying to close the gap. Noah Tills, Tyler Meeks, DP Riggins still rounding out your top 5, but Skylar Brown is gaining on all of them. Last time by, Skylar Brown was 0.2 of a second faster than everybody in front of him. Oh, we've got a problem. Steven Shepard went off track. Oh, he just gets loose. Collects Edmund Jones just a little bit. Edmund Jones, Steven Shepard both on pit road. Do not think they will be able to make it from here with their fuel. William Mann Jr. now back to 10th. Kyle Holden has gotten by into 9th. Skylar Brown, meanwhile, has caught up to all of the field in front of him. Skylar now looking under Tyler Meeks to get into the top 5. He sets his sights on 4th place, DP Riggins. Kevin, I have not had the opportunity to test these cars yet. You can bet I will this week. As much as I love the ARCA car, I'm sure this is that much more fun. Skyler looking down under DP. Noah Tills now to third, closing the gap on James Harris and James Tiernan. Tiernan's lead now down to 1 1/4 seconds and shrinking quickly as James Harris is closing. Kyle Holden, who won the first 2 races of the season, now starting to come forward. He is up to 8th. William Mann Jr. has gotten by Harley Barletta into 9th. Big surprise to not see Harley being more successful early on in this season. This would seem like the kind of car that would benefit Harley's driving style, but he has not been able to pull it together quite yet. Comes into the night tied for 6th in points with Matthew Johnston. Matthew not here tonight, definitely going to help Harley. Not far behind, Andrew Thornton starting to make up some ground. He is up to 11th. Edmund Jones back out on track in 20th. Stephen Shepard back out in 19th. Donovan Johnston still running in 18th. Jeremy Barber in 17th. Carlos Thiel currently in 16th after starting from pit road. Patrick Gentner already up a couple of spots into 15th. James Efall up 4 spots into 14th. And Russell Worth up 6 spots into 13th as he marches forward. But Skylar Brown continues to be the biggest mover of the race, up 9 spots into 5th. It appears he may have hit a brick wall coming up behind DP Riggins. He has been unable to get around him thus far. Tiernan still holding that 1 1/4 second lead. James trying to use the apron to gain some ground here. The downfall to using the apron at these kind of tracks is the tire wear. It does use up your tire a bit faster. Addison is telling Andrew he better win every time and stay on the track. That is sometimes a struggle for Andrew, but at least he's got little Miss Addison cheering him on tonight. Noah Tills in third, about 1.2 seconds behind James Harris. The drivers that were charging through this field earlier on seem to have just had the tires fall off. Nobody is making big gains here right now. All the drivers just waiting for 4 fresh Goodyears and another shot. Tyler Meeks still holds on to 6th. Stephen Gibson closing in at 7th. Kyle Holden now in 8th. Harley Barletta in 9th. William Mann Jr. now in 10th. Wade Fields in 11th. Andrew Thornton in 12th. Russell Worth in 13th, gaining ground on the cars ahead. Carlos Thiel in 14th. Patrick Gentner in 15th. James Efall in 16th. All 20 cars still out on track. Noah Tills is on pit road. He has had a problem. Tills trying to get down to pit road. Almost misses pit road entry, manages to get her down. As it looks like we are starting to see some green flag stops. Noah coming to pit road gives James Harris a little breathing room. DP now to third. Skylar Brown now to fourth. Tyler Meeks back in the top 5. Stephen Gibson in 6th. Kyle Holden now in 7th. Barletta in 8th. Wade Fields in 9th. And William Mann Jr. in 10th. The guys pitting right now may now have to make a second pit stop, whereas if they stretch it another 5 or 6 laps, they can go the distance. Stephen Gibson and Kyle Holden slow and steady, pulling up to the back bumper of Tyler Meeks. Meeks trying to utilize the apron to give himself some breathing room. Skylar Brown charged through this field until he got to the back bumper of DP Riggins and has not been able to get by since. Kyle Holden was looking at the back bumper of Stephen Gibson at the end of the race at Daytona a few moments ago. You know he wants to get by that car really bad. As Skylar Brown finally gets a run on DP down to the bottom. And while they're side by side, Gibson and Holden are closing the gap. DP has the momentum advantage off turn 2 on the high side. Pulls back even with Skylar. Skylar gets the nose ahead as they get into turn 3. DP still ahead at the line. But now, Gibson and Holden are right there as Tyler Meeks is on pit road. James Tiernan starting to open the gap back up. Now 1.5 seconds on James Harris. Skylar Brown is coming in. Wade Fields on his way in. One or two more laps and we'll start seeing the majority of the field come in here at the halfway point. Stephen Gibson has gotten by up into third. DP now in fourth. Kyle Holden in fifth. Tiernan is in from the lead. James Harris goes to the lead for the first time tonight. And there you see the fresh tires of Noah Tills just drive right by. Russell Worth is in. Donovan Johnston is in. Andrew Thornton is in. And James Harris is going to lead the rest of them in. Stephen Gibson, DP Riggins come in with him. Harley Barletta turns down. He's coming in. Kyle Holden is staying out to take the lead. Patrick Gentner, James Efall, and Jeremy Baker all staying out for the moment. Noah Tills is the first car out after pit stops. Skylar Brown is back out now. Tyler Meeks, Stephen Gibson, Holden and Patrick Gentner, James Efall all in. Jeremy Barber stays out. Andrew Thornton appears to have lost some time on pit road. Addison's cheering for you. Do better, buddy. Jeremy Barber goes way up the track. He's coming in. And it looks like Noah Tills will reclaim the lead. And has a 5.9 second lead on Skylar Brown in second. Skylar was the biggest mover of the race prior to pit stops. Can he run down Tills, or does Tills have enough to get the job done here? Skylar Brown is quickly shrinking that lead and pulling away from third place. Tyler Meeks, James Tiernan in fourth, Gibson in fifth, James Harris in sixth, as Kyle Holden in seventh, gaining on him. DP Riggins in 8th, also starting to make some movement. Edmund Jones now up into 9th, but he has not completed a pit stop since lap 19. Can he go the distance on fuel and hold on to the top 10? Noah Tills' lead continuing to shrink. Skylar Brown now 3.25 seconds back. But Skylar has heavy lap traffic ahead. Tyler Meeks back in third, 2.25 seconds back. Tiernan closing in on him. Caution! Caution is out. Donovan involved. And this just flip-flopped everything. Donovan looked like he was having some sort of a problem as he comes down. Stops the car on the apron and tows, but not quickly enough. Noah Tills had the lead, had a little breathing room. That just disappeared. We'll see if everybody goes to pit stops, and then Was going to try and get a word with Noah. It appears he is not available to interview at the moment. And here they come. Everybody except James Tiernan is coming down. Stephen Gibson also staying out. James Harris is staying out. Kyle Holden, DP Riggins, Wade Fields, Carlos Thiel, and Patrick Gentner will stay out. This could make things very interesting. Either Jeremy Baker or Andrew Thornton will be the waiver round car. Excuse me, Jeremy Barber. My mistake. I'm getting everything wrong tonight. While he's staying out, let's see if we can talk to DP Riggins. Hey, DP, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, good, buddy. I have to ask, man, is staying out here the right choice?
As far as fuel goes, I'm pretty close on making it. I'm just trying to save that last set of tires, hopefully thinking there might be another caution. And if that's the case, then I'll throw those freshies on and finish the race off.
Well, man, you've looked awfully fast tonight. In fact, Skyler, the only guy charging through this field, you were the only person he could not get past in the first half of this one.
Yep, car's pretty fast. Just got a few speed bumps in the way, and if I manage to get around them, I think I might do something here to finish it off.
There may even be a bounty on that car directly in front of you. You'd have to ask James Harris about that, but he said there is no way he was letting Kyle Holden win again tonight.
All right, well, I'm going to try to knock him off with him then.
All right, buddy. Good luck tonight. Great run so far.
All right, thank you.
DP Riggins currently sits in 5th place. James Tiernan continues to lead here. Stephen Gibson sitting there in 2nd. Can he sweep the night tonight? Get the win at Daytona and again at Chicagoland. One driver I know that sometimes runs with this group who would be outstanding and very tough to beat here, Robert Wynn Sr. Hopefully we see him out here before the season's over. Andrew Thornton is getting waved around. I think this will put him back on the lead lap. Pace car will lead them through 3 and 4 and then pull off. Tiernan and Gibson on the front row. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. James Tiernan gets a great jump. James Harris looks to the inside on Gibson. Harris clears Gibson back into 2nd. Holden in 4th. A 3-wide battle back behind. Noah Tills comes out on top. Stephen Gibson, though, looks down to the inside for second place. Gibson trying to go 2 for 1 here. Gets James Harris. Can he get Tiernan? Can't get him yet. Gibson falls into line. Now drops back to the bottom. Harris is still there. Tills closing the gap. Holden back in 5th. DP Riggins in 6th. A lot of battling going on back here. William Mann Jr. has gone off track. No caution. Let's see what happened. They tried to get 4 wide here. Harley Barletta now up into 10th, but Stephen Gibson is looking on the outside for the lead. Tiernan pushes it back around on the bottom. A little blink out of Tiernan, and Stephen Gibson reclaims the lead. But Noah Tills has closed back up on him. James Harris now in 4th, Kyle Holden in 5th. Harris is definitely not going to make it easy on Holden here. DP Riggins lurking not far behind. William Mann Jr. after that incident drops all the way to 15th. Wade Fields on pit road. Gibson pulling away just a little bit from Tiernan. Tills, Holden, and Harris. Holden now up into 4th. Tills looking low. He's going to try and take 2nd here. Tills has the run on the bottom. A little push from Holden. He slowly, Cowie got close. Gibson still out front pulling away as they battle. Tills now to 2nd, but Holden's looking underneath. Tiernan and Harris both still lurking right there. Tiernan's going to go back. Tiernan now down to the inside on Holden. It gets close. Tiernan has to back out. That opened the door for James Harris as he closes the gap. And Skylar Brown, who charged through this field in the first half of the race, is there now. Edmund Jones, after that early incident on lap 19, slides it out of turn 2. He's up to 7th. Harley Barletta lurking back in 10th. DP Riggins now back to 9th. Tyler Meeks in 8th. What about Russell Worth, who currently sits in 11th place, up 8 spots? Patrick Gentner up 5 spots into 12th. James Efaw up 5 spots into 13th. Carlos Steele in 14th. William Mann Jr. after that hard hit is back to 15th. Andrew Thornton in 6th. Caution. James Harris is involved. Oh, Harris and Tiernan get together. Tiernan blinks. Let's back it up just a little bit. I have a feeling Tiernan just disappeared briefly. Maybe not. Tiernan just drifts up the track. James nowhere to go. And when Tiernan disappears, it collects James Harris. The cars that are second and third in points, and here they come. Gibson's on pit road. He was hoping for that late caution and having that spare set of tires. Holden, DP Riggins, Russell Worth, Patrick Gentner, James Efall, Carlos Thiel, James Harris, William Mann. All on pit road. Andrew Thornton is the lucky dog. He'll be back on the lead lap, Addison. Edmund Jones somehow, after a lap 19 incident, has made his way up to third place. But he'll be on old tires. Everybody from sixth place on back is going to have fresh tires. James Tiernan is the first car off pit road, followed by Stephen Gibson, Kyle Holden, DP Riggins, James Efall, Patrick Gentner, Carlos Thiel, Russell Worth, Andrew Thornton, and James Harris. William Mann Jr. now rolling off. Jeremy Barber back in 17th. Andrew Thornton is coming to pit road for 4 tires and fuel after getting the wave around. We'll have about 15 laps to go, when the green flag drops here. The top 5 are fast but on old tires from 6th on back. 4 fresh tires. Hey, good evening, Matika. Edmund up to 3rd now. Harley Barletta looks like he is playing the strategy game to see if he can make something happen. Stephen Gibson will have fresh tires and looking for his 2nd win of the evening. Jeremy Edwards, yes and yes. Shoot me a message and I will shoot you a Discord, buddy. Lights are out on the pace car. Yeah, Jeremy. Noah Till's trying to get some heat in those tires before the drop of the green. Can Stephen Gibson on 4 fresh Goodyears come through to get his 2nd win of the night? Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Skylar Brown gets the better restart. They're 3 wide for 2nd place. Stephen Gibson, Tyler Meeks, and Noah Tills. Gibson on the fresh tires starting to pull ahead. Meeks not giving it up that easy. But Gibson has the run through 3 and 4. Oh, it gets really close off turn 4. Gibson now to second, sets his sights on Skyler. Edmund Jones fading on old tires. Here comes DP Riggins. Noah Till's starting to move forward. Kyle Holden also coming forward. James Harris now back up into 8th. Russell Worth also starting to charge forward. Tiernan trying to fight his way back after leading most of the early race, and Carlos Thiel. Carlos coming from nowhere, 3 wide. Carlos on the bottom, 3 wide as they go off into 3 and 4. Edmund Jones has the old tire. He gets by Kyle Holden. Holden trying to cross over. Stephen Gibson, meanwhile, has gone to the lead and checked out. Skyler in second, Tyler Meeks in third, Noah Tills in fourth, DP Riggins up to 5th. Kyle Holden and Carlos Thiel still battling it out. And they're going to try and get 4 wide here. It is getting dicey mid-pack. Skylar Brown still holding on to second, even despite the older tires. Tyler Meeks now looks to the bottom. DP Riggins up to 4th. Riggins is going to go to the bottom to make it 3 wide. Holden nowhere to go yet. And Carlos Thiel looks back to the inside on Holden. DP is just sending it. Carlos right on his bumper. Tyler Meeks comes down a little bit, blocks Carlos's run. Holden now looking for a move. And while they're battling, James Harris has made his way up to 7th. And Stephen Gibson has checked out to almost a 2-second lead over DP Riggins. Carlos Thiel now into 3rd, Kyle Holden in 4th, Skylar Brown in 5th. James Harris to the bottom, looking for a top 5. James Tiernan comes with him. Seven laps to go for Stephen Gibson. He has a 1.8 second lead over DP Riggins. Carlos Thiel currently running in 3rd, but Kyle Holden looks up to the high side. Kyle looks down to the... Whoa! Oh, Carlos gets way loose out of 4. Harris and Tiernan 5th and 6th, still marching forward. Gibson's lead still 1.7 seconds. DP Riggins gaining a little bit of ground, but very, very slowly. And Gibson has 5 laps to go. Will he sweep the night? The win at Daytona, now looking for the win at Chicagoland. 2 different cars, 2 different types of tracks. DP Riggins starting to gain ground more quickly. Got a 1/10 of a second last time. Carlos Steele, Kyle Holden still battling for third. James Harris, James Tiernan still trying to close that gap. Russell Worth has made his way up to 9th. Andrew Thornton now in 10th. Four laps to go for Stephen Gibson, coming to 3 to go. Carlos Steele and Kyle Holden still going at it. James Harris, James Tiernan still unable to make up any more ground. DP Riggins now 1.1 second behind, 1.2. But Stephen Gibson gets popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. Kyle Holden is gunned by Carlos. He is into 3rd. DP lost a lot of ground on that lap. Now 1.5 seconds back. And Stephen Gibson is looking at the white flag with a 1.4 second lead. A 3-car barrel, holy cow! Carlos Steele gets together with Kyle Holden. Thiel is around. Kyle Holden now into 3rd. Harris in 4th. Tiernan in 5th. As Stephen Gibson comes through 3 and 4. And Stephen Gibson will sweep the night with the win at Chicagoland. DP Riggins comes home in 2nd, and Kyle Holden with a wild 3rd place finish. Let's see if we can talk to our top 3, starting with 3rd place, Kyle Holden. Hey Kyle, it's Doug. You got me?
Hey Doug, what's going on?
Hey, you're getting awfully used to the back of Stephen Gibson's car, ain't you?
Yeah, I guess so. He's pretty hot tonight.
He definitely was. Man, that was a wild final cup of about the last 5 laps between you and Carlos. That got exciting.
Yeah, man, we were battling out there. That was good racing against him. I don't know really whose fault it was there at the end. We I think kind of got into each other, but really good racing by him. That was a lot of fun.
Well, man, another great job, another great finish, and the points is going to be awfully close tonight, but a great job.
Thank you, man.
Kyle Holden comes home 3rd. DP comes home in 2nd. DP saving those tires definitely paid off.
Yes, sir. I played out just like I thought, and sometimes it just works out like that. Thankfully, it happened tonight.
It looked like with about 5 to go, you really started closing the gap on Steven, and then with about 2 to go, something happened and you lost a lot of the ground you'd made up.
Yeah, by about that time, my tires were probably about scalding at that point. He had stretched out a big gap, and I tried to close up as much as I could, as fast as I could. Probably if his gap that he had stretched out, if it wasn't that large, I might have had something for him. But I'm just glad to come back from where I was at and finish 2nd. Good night of racing.
Buddy, congratulations. That was an awesome, awesome comeback.
Yes, sir.
DP Riggins comes home 2nd, and Stephen Gibson sweeps the night. Stephen, 2 different cars, 2 different, completely different tracks, completely different cars, and you're pretty much unstoppable tonight.
Yeah, that's I don't know, maybe I just got it tonight. I have no idea what's going on. Just felt good in that car on that track, and didn't really get to put much practice in there. Just was able to just go in there and try to run some good hot laps, and thankfully we had that good long green flag run there in the beginning to help me figure out how to save my tires and whatnot. But yeah, it was a great race overall. That was really fun.
I guarantee you got to be extremely excited after the night you're having tonight, and definitely going to help move you up in the points. You came into the night 5th in points, and you're going to gain a ton of ground here.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the points yet. Hopefully, I don't know what it'll be, but hopefully it's good, and we can keep stacking it on for next week. Just keep on building it up from there.
Well, man, another great job, another great win. Congratulations. That was an epic night.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Subby's Deli for hosting the racing league and allowing us to be able to race and put on a great show for them. And I'd like to thank TeamWatsonRacing.com. We've been making great setups for people to go and try to dominate the open market. So go ahead and check out the website and try the setups.
All right, buddy. Congrats.
Thank you, man.
Stephen Gibson sweeps the night, wins at Daytona, wins at Chicagoland. I think if he goes to Texarkana, he might get a discount on his subbies. Anyway, go check out subbiesdeli.com and make sure you check out their Facebook. Tell them you heard about them here. Make sure you show them some love. And if you're in Texarkana, go get a bite to eat at Subbies. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to what was an awesome, awesome night of racing. Hope y'all had as much fun as we did. I'm exhausted. My voice is gone. Y'all have a great night.